It's no secret at this point that the PS Vita has a plethora of JRPGs in its library.
Oh, just a little bit.
With titles such as Persona 4 Golden getting most of the attention whenever you ask any mainstream gamers out there. Darn Icee, why do you have to be so hot? So today I wanted to highlight a JRPG that I personally feel doesn't get quite the love and attention that it should, which is a situation that the PS Vita itself usually finds itself in. Oh, the irony. Enter Exist Archives, a game that is available both digitally and physically for the Vita. Physical. One of my favorite things about this title is that it tries to do things a little bit differently than most other JRPGs out there. Though I will say that if you have played the likes of Valkyrie Profile back on the good old PS1, you'll feel right at home here. Old farts like me unite. For example, like with many RPGs, there will be dungeons. And what I like about these dungeons is that they're layered more like a Metroidvania kind of game.
So be prepared to maybe get lost.
And even have some pseudo-platforming to it as well. That's something you don't really see very often in JRPGs. Though don't expect it to be in the same vein of other titles such as like Super Mario or something like that. I mean, I'm not sure why anyone would. It's more of a way of exploring the territories than an actual main focus. Still, it's nice that they incorporated some side-scrolling elements. Graphics in this game, as you probably have noticed at this point, are just gorgeous on the Vita, especially if you're using the OLED model. I'm opening up a can of worms again. Since many of the dungeons take place in a more foresty type of environment, you're gonna be treated to many lush colors in this game. And maybe even some waifus, you know, nothing wrong with that. And it may even be further surprising to hear that even the combat is a little bit different than what you're normally used to seeing in this genre. It's turn-based, sure, but you can change what you're doing during a turn on the fly, meaning you can switch between characters and attacks in an instant, and the game keeps you involved during guard phases by allowing you to block attacks with a timely button press. Kinda pseudo Mario RPG-ish, I guess, in a way. Wow, that's already the second Mario reference I've made in this. Am I a traitor now? The storyline to this is, okay or what. It's kind of your typical RPG fare. You know, you gotta go save the world with a bunch of anime-looking characters and whatnot. Nothing really too original in the storyline department here, but it's enough to keep you going all the way through. Its main strength here is its gameplay and uniqueness. Now, as far as the negative aspects of this game, I personally didn't find that many, but I will say that since it is sort of like a Metroidvania type of game, you're gonna have to be doing a good amount of backtracking, of course, which is just, you know, standard for Metroidvania-like games. So if you're a fan of this style, then it shouldn't bother you. And the PS Vita version does have some graphical glitches that do rear up their ugly heads every now and then. Nothing game-breaking, but occasionally you might see an enemy disappear. Maybe it's their special skill. Even still though, if you're looking for a JRPG that tries its best to stand out from the crowd, I think you'll find this one to be a real treat. Oh, and did I mention it has waifus? Because it has waifus. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous Patreon and YouTube membership supporters who help make this content possible. If you would be interested in supporting the channel, make sure to check the links down in the video description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see ya next time.